I believe the best thing that a university can do is to use its talent, its resources, its people to essentially serve the public good. Many different things will happen here at the Thurgood Marshall Amenity Center that is exciting to the community, exciting to the University of Maryland. We just want to be a partner to really contribute to the public good.
Let me certainly express my appreciation to the president for supporting what we're doing with our expansion here in West Baltimore. This is a very significant enterprise that we're involved in, and we're going to empower and make a real presence and footprint here in West Baltimore.
The hope is that by using the Thurgood Marshall Amenity Center as a source of resources for the entire community, that we'll discover that talent. And maybe some of that talent will get trained here in their formative years and transition to the University of Maryland and go on a journey of an incredible career. That is my dream and vision for how we will use the resources of the center.
I will mention to the president, he knows this better than I, but West Baltimore is a great feeder for a number of our students who excel at the University of Maryland College Park. So to be right here, right in West Baltimore, is a real treat.
Having Judge Williams, having Dr. Richardson, having Dr. Thomas use their talent and their teams to work on these really systemic problems in our community is how the University of Maryland is giving back and partnering to advance the public good. I believe with all of our talent, one of the real high marks of the University of Maryland is to find ways to translate that to actual real lives and to have real impact, which is why I'm so excited to be here today, to know that 3 of our institutions, 3 of our centers will be doing work right here co-located in West Baltimore in this center, reaching out to the community, making a difference.
We're so proud to have the resources of the University of Maryland join with us here in West Baltimore as we make a difference and come up with all types of proposals and programs that's going to enrich this environment. So I thank everyone who's been part of this endeavor, and I am so excited about what we're expecting in the next few months.
I look at this restoration because of that love for this community. I wanted to make certain that I created with my team a renovation and restoration that could be anywhere in America. I wanted to develop and ensure that this community had quality. I wanted to make certain that it communicated a respect for history, but I also wanted to be a place where future generations can be inspired, empowered, and educated.
We've seen all of the stages of development, from the very first stages of looking at the building and being here for the time when they launched the first actually shovel in the ground. And to see it come from that point to this is amazing, to watch the entire construction process. And I see the parallels between the way that Reverend Hathaway has methodically gone through that process and that the way that we will approach gun violence intervention and prevention in Baltimore, working from the ground up with the community and community engaged and community driven research, which will be used to inform innovative interventions that will use that data to translate into interventions and policy, but it won't happen without the involvement of the community. And now that we're situated in this community in West Baltimore, I think we are already halfway have done our job in terms of the work that we need to do.
Judge Alexander Williams Jr., a brilliant legal mind, a brilliant community mind. He and I walked this community more than 5 years ago. And we looked at a vacant piece of property. It was a row house. And we said, what could we do at this row house? And he began to outline the services, the kind of resources that he could bring to this community. And about 4 years ago, this building, PS103, became available. So what began as an idea in a row house has now expanded to this 20,000 square foot facility.
The data showing that Black people are living sicker and dying younger is real. We've known that for decades. We even know why. But now we know more than we've ever known about how to actually prevent the chronic diseases in our communities, from diabetes to cancer to substance abuse. And we're going to bring all that wisdom right here. We have a way of weaving this message into the natural cultural milieu of our community, speaking to them in language that they understand, and doing it in ways that do not shame or blame. Here's the beauty of this. We have the Judge Alex Williams Center with legal support. We have Dr. Joe Richardson with the gun violence, the aftermath, stopping the retribution, dealing with the trauma. And you know what? You come right next door and you sit in that barber stylist chair. That cape goes over you and you have to let go. And that's our opportunity to look at the role that stress plays in our community. People in these neighborhoods are experiencing ongoing trauma, ongoing stress that has to be addressed in ways that are not stigmatizing.
We look very forward to being situated in a community here at PS103 as not only as researchers, but actually as collaborators, partners, and people who are sincerely invested in the community and want to see the best for the community in terms of transforming lives.
I think it's going to be important that people understand civics. How do you engage in this civil society? I believe it's going to be important that our young people have an opportunity for restorative justice. It's going to also be important that people understand that public health is your health. And so the services that will come as a result of the Judge Alexander Williams Center for Education, Justice, and Ethics in partnership with University of Maryland College Park will be catalytic, transformative, and I can't wait till that rocket takes off.
Reverend Hathaway, probably about 6 months ago, gave me a tour of the community. And, I was really able to see the history, within these walls and the walls outside, of this radius. And I believe that, it's time to give the community a voice.